Totally cool.
No, now I know. I know that's just the way it goes. Because he's so cool. He's such a badass. That feeling that you guys had when he sat down at the table, that's kind of it. That's basically what it's like to work with Wesley Snipes. What was neat for me was to be reminded there's a reason that he was the biggest action star of a generation. Like, he's not just an action guy, but he's a hell of an actor, you know. So we would work scenes out, we would figure out blocking, and we would figure out stuff in the scene. And just the way he worked in the ensemble and the way he approached the work, it was really great for me. And I was a huge fan growing up. So anytime you work with someone that you were a fan of, and they're real people, and they give, and they work as a team, it's amazing. It's really cool.
So tell us about your character.
I play Alex Kane in The Player. Alex is a ex-FBI systems analyst who has a very dark past. He opens a security firm in Las Vegas. He's basically hiding from the darkness of his past. We were discussing in the pilot that he has an addiction, and his addiction is violence. He's addicted to the fix that he gets when he works something out. When he was basically they build these teams of people in Afghanistan and in the Middle East. They would have a snatch and grab team where they'd have an FBI, a CIA guy, and a team of TEALs, and they'd smash in a door. Alex realizes pretty quickly that he's really good at being the guy who smashes in the door and not so good at the guy who asks the questions. So if you can remove all the different layers of the politics and the red tape and just cut to the chase, Alex is really good at that. And so he goes rogue for a while, ends up running away from it all, and he lands in Vegas with his wife. And he gets wrapped up in this high-concept conspiracy where gambling is a high-concept sport. So many layers. It's like an onion.
Jack Bauer, if you were.
Yeah, that's
really
right. That's right.
So what do you feel is that will resonate well with viewers that are going to tune in for the series?
One of the things that we all talk about, Wesley and John Rogers, the producers from The Blacklist, it's smart writing, and that always helps. That ticks a lot of boxes. We got flawed characters that are doing real things in real situations. Also, what we're trying to do is bring back this real 80s action. I remember growing up and watching 80s action stars, like, it was them taking the hits, it was them taking the falls, and them riding the bikes or getting in front of the explosions. I've just come off a show called Strike Back where we did that, and we really want to capture that danger and that aha moment that we had on Strike Back and bring it over to NBC, bring it to network television in front of a bigger audience and say, guys, you want to sit down, you want to come and join us every Thursday night at 10 o'clock, this is what we'll give you. And I think we can really gain a lot of viewership that way, and we can gain the respect of by all accounts, a really smart audience now. There's so many choices out there. It's got to be kick-ass, it's got to be good, and it's got to be different. And so we've all got our work cut out for us,
So there's all the action stuff, but there are emotional beats as well.
Oh, absolutely. One of the things we discovered on Strike Back, and that we absolutely had right away on The Player, was action for action's sake is just boring. Nobody cares. If you've got a bunch of guys beating the hell out of each other and shooting at each other and never getting hurt, and their lives don't matter, the action doesn't matter. When that stuff lands and when it really sticks and when the hits hurt is when you've invested in these characters and when they have a relationship, when they have something to lose. So when that stuff starts happening in their lives as characters, you go, oh my gosh, the peril, it goes up 10 notches. So we have to stick that stuff in before, and then we can incorporate all this fun action.
Has there been a difference, or have you felt a difference between shooting for Cinemax and shooting for NBC, or is it just kind of...
It was a very similar vibe in terms of just getting a whole bunch of stuff done really quickly. Strike Back had this amazing, it's different because I was on Strike Back for 4 years, so we were a family. I mean, we ate together, we bled together, we got this show just barely done together. I mean, it was this birth out of pain and suffering. And what was great about NBC and what was great about the producers that we worked with was the collaboration and the help. They were always there to say, what do you need? How can we make this better? And I was coming out of the Strike Back mindset of like, no, I got this, I'm not asking questions, I'm just surviving. And they're like, it's okay to ask questions, So to have that safety net in a way was really comforting.
So as you continue to delve into the character, is there anything you found that you're surprised to learn about yourself as an actor?
Wow, that's a really good question. Part of the challenge for me was putting a character to bed it's been a part of my life for 4 years. So Michael Stonebridge has to not be in Alex Kane. Even though Alex Kane has threads of that, he has this military background, he has this knocking down doors and being a badass approach to life. But what's fun about Alex Kane that wasn't Stonebridge was Alex gets stuff done because of his tenacity. Stonebridge was a machine. He was a brilliant soldier, and he had the backup of Scott the whole time. He knew Scott had his back. Alex is rogue. Alex does it by himself, and he does it. He's the John McClane. I kind of was trying to bring this John McClane out of Alex Kane and just say he gets things done because he is a badass, and he's not going to hit the deck. He's not going to go down no matter how hard you hit him. Not because he's the most talented guy in the room, but because he's got more balls than you.
Sorry, that was the final question.
Thank you guys. Thank you for